Welcome to NYC Now, your source for local news in and around New York City from WNYC. It's Tuesday, July 15th. Here's the midday news from Michael Hill.
Authorities in New Jersey say last night's flash flooding killed 2 women in Plainfield. Officials say high water swept away the women's car into the Cedar Brook at the height of the storm. 2 men also died during a storm in Plainfield on July 3rd when a tree branch fell on their car. New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy yesterday declared a state of emergency. High temperatures and high humidity will make it feel about 95 degrees this afternoon. The National Weather Service predicts it will feel even hotter tomorrow and Thursday when it could break 100 degrees. New York City's opened cooling centers across the 5 boroughs and urging residents to stay in air conditioning and avoid strenuous outdoor activity. 20,000 workers who deliver groceries to New Yorkers will have guaranteed minimum pay and added protections under a new package of City Council-passed laws. WNYC's Karen Yee reports.
The new rules expand minimum pay laws to grocery delivery workers hired by apps like Instacart. For every hour of active time when they're delivering groceries or picking up orders, they'll get at least $21.44 an hour. It's the same rate the city's 65,000 restaurant delivery workers won back in 2021. The set of bills also makes it easier for customers to tip workers and requires app companies to explain how they're calculating worker pay. Instacart called the new measures unconscionable, and City Hall says the mayor is reviewing the legislation.
82 and cloudy with a slim chance of showers and thunderstorms, partly sunny, 87 and a calm wind. And then tomorrow, a chance of afternoon showers and storms, partly sunny, 88 but feeling hotter.
Stick around. There's more to come.
NYC.
The Major League Baseball All-Star Game is tonight. Fans of New York's 2 teams can look forward to watching some of their favorite players go head-to-head. Maitreyi Anantharaman is a staff writer for Defector, and she joins us now to give us a preview. So players are voted in by the fans. Other players also select who will appear in the game. Who from the Mets and who from the Yankees will we see tonight, and who will we not see? I can think of at least one notable omission.
You'll see Pete Alonso, an All-Star Game staple, Francisco Lindor, who's having another great year, Edwin Diaz, David Peterson has been added as a injury replacement, so he'll be there too. As far as Mets position players, the big snub was Juan Soto, who is having a very good season for the Mets, but was kind of a slow starter, and the voting for this starts so early that it is unkind to slow starters. I think he probably doesn't mind it too much. We'll get a nice long vacation. And then on the Yankees, Aaron Judge will be starting in the American League. Jazz Chisholm, Max Fried, who's been a great pitcher, was voted as an All-Star, but he's not going to pitch in the game. Just the timing didn't line up. So Carlos Rodon is taking a spot in the American League rotation.
Right now, the Mets and Yankees are both in second place in their divisions, but both spent much of the season so far in first place. For many fans, the All-Star break is mentally when it's no longer too early to start worrying about stuff. Like you hear a person worried about Anthony Volpe's batting average or a Mets losing streak, and someone says, well, we're not even at the All-Star break yet. But now the page is turning. Maitreyi, what are Mets and Yankees fans thinking about as we enter the more high-stakes part of this baseball calendar?
Yeah, so it could be worse for the Yankees. They're getting another MVP season from Aaron Judge right now. They are in a playoff spot, but they're in as a wild card, which is kind of surprising because at the beginning of June, they had a 7-8 game lead in their division. And good teams have slumps and rough stretches. It's just that theirs was kind of ill-timed because a bunch of other teams in their division have been playing really well while this was happening. So the Blue Jays are in first place, and the Yankees are 2 games back of them. The Red Sox are entering the break on a 10-game win streak, so they're another team to watch out for. As for the Mets, I think they've just had a lot of injuries to the bullpen and pitching staff, and their goal was just to kind of tread water and get to the All-Star break, which they did. They're only half a game back of the Phillies in the NL East, and so I think they'll be in better shape after the break.
And Major League Baseball recently announced it plans to use a robot umpire challenge system. What are robo-umps?
Yeah, MLB for a few years now has been experimenting with the automated ball strike system, ABS. And the idea is to remove or reduce the human error of umpiring. I think anyone who's watched a baseball game can understand the feeling of seeing a bad call and wanting to take it back. There's a version of this that's the robot is making every single ball and strike call, that there are cameras in every ballpark that can track the exact location of every pitch. And then the umpire is just basically relaying what the robot tells them. But it looks like what is going to be implemented in MLB next year and what you'll see in the All-Star Game is a kind of compromise, a challenge system where umpires are still going to make their calls, but teams will have a couple of opportunities to challenge.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of pitches over the years, just like, oh my goodness, how did he miss that one? Our guest has been Maitreyi Anantharaman. She's a staff writer for Defector. Maitreyi, thank you for joining us.
Thanks so much.
Tonight's All-Star Game starts at 8 in Atlanta.
Thanks for listening. This is NYC Now from WNYC. Catch us every weekday, 3 times a day for your top news headlines and occasional deep dives. And subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. More soon.